As you all know, I am the 267,088th most subscribed gamer in the world. So you know I love games, and as I was looking through my old board games the other day, I found my Nintendo Wii. I used to play this thing all the time in like the 8th grade, and now I'm a junior in college, so let's see how this thing held up the last 7 years. To start off, I have the black Wii version, which came out in 2009, but spec-wise is the same as the white Wii that came out in 2006, except this one does not have backwards compatibility, so you can't play GameCube games on it straight out of the box. Looking around the body, it's scratched up quite a bit. You got the power button on the front, a CD slot, a SD card slot, and a reset button. The back has a usual setup and ports, but the Wii does not have a standard HDMI cable, so you have to use a standard AV input. I bought a AV to HDMI adapter. I'll leave an affiliate link in the description so you guys can help me pay my taxes, but overall the body is still solid. There are no broken pieces or anything like that. I did lose the bottom base though, so it looks like a DVD player now. The cool thing is I still have the same exact controllers I used to play with too. Now, I was never fond of the whole plastic that surrounded the remotes, but the glossy front was a nice touch. Even though it collected fingerprints a little bit, it wasn't that bad. Now, the reason this remote was shaped like this was because the whole interface was pretty much motion activated. So at the time, the Wii was competing with the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360, and those controllers were actual gaming controllers like what you envision. And Nintendo was taking a whole different approach, which I would say still kind of holds up today. Now, I sold all of my Wii games that I had a few years ago. The games like Wii Fit and all these other games that made people get up and move would shift people to buy a Wii rather than a Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3, which it was competing with at the time. And Wii Fit also made Nintendo a bunch of money. But eventually, I installed the Homebrew Channel, which offered a huge new array of apps and things I could install with it, including playing PlayStation 1 games. Now, the problem with this was they didn't run perfectly. They would glitch up sometimes and everything, and I remember playing this back in the day, but I don't remember it being this glitchy. But I still finished Spyro Year the Dragon on it my sophomore year of high school, I think. You could also run a ton of other emulators as well, including the Nintendo 64, and I believe there's a GameCube emulator too, but I'm not really sure. And this thing still got updates for a while too, but I never updated once I installed the Homebrew Channel. I figured you shouldn't do that because it could take away that. So I don't really know what or if there are new features, but I'm guessing it's nothing that is worth upgrading to. If I had the Homebrew Channel, I think I'll be good. Oh, and the apps within are completely useless now. I couldn't stand typing on that keyboard to search simple things, either in the internet browser or the Netflix app. Because the Wii didn't really support Flash through the internet browser, all you could do is just read text and maybe check your Facebook every once in a while. And since this only output it in 480p, watching Netflix and watching videos like that weren't really the best of quality. It still has the Wii Shop channel, which doesn't offer much, and I find everything but playing games on this kind of a waste of space and a waste of time. But Wii games ran perfectly fine on this, and they still do. And since this is somewhat old, the games for this thing are dirt cheap. And the cool thing about the Wii is that I've never had one issue with it ever. I had the original Xbox 360, which I'll be making a video on that too, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that. And that would get the red ring of death like every other day. But one time I left the Wii on for a week straight by like accident, and I came back to it and it was still working fine. It wasn't even hot and it made no noise. It's super noiseless and it barely heats up. I've had zero issues with this of it random restarting or crashing or glitching up or heating up or anything. I've never had one issue with it ever. At the end of the day, the Nintendo Wii isn't for everybody, but because they're so cheap now, you might as well pick one up. Really, the only downside is that it doesn't output in HD, but it's a small gaming system for like maybe a desk side. Because it's so small, it doesn't take up that much space. I think it's a cool way to pass some time and maybe get your mind off of things. I'll probably keep it connected to my monitor, maybe keep it under my desk if I find a way to install it so the wires aren't sticking up all out of my desk like you saw in this video. Basically, if you're on a budget and you want a steady system that can play awesome games and has a huge list of games and stuff you can download, get the Wii. Definitely leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Comment what you guys think about the Wii still, if you think you should buy it, if you don't. And if you own a Wii, please feel free to go down in the comment section and answer some questions that people might have. Subscribe so you don't miss out on any more videos. Add me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter. All those things will be on the screen. You can feel free to add me. Links in the description as well. I love all you guys, and hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.